This Friday, WJBF presents our Game Night Live Game of the Week. Join us as the Silver Bluff Bulldogs battle the Fox Creek Predators. Game Night Live, Friday at 7:30, streaming live on WJBF 6+.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
Time and temperature brought to you by Peachtree Pest Control, protecting what matters most.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 4, a swimmer is recovering today after an alligator bit him. A closer look at where it happened and what he was doing at the time. Also, we had Darlene Graham in Aiken for one more push for votes before tomorrow's runoff. And more local animals are ready to be adopted. Why choosing your new furry friend could save a life, as Your News at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Jenny is off today. As coverage you can count on begins with a triathlon coach recovering tonight. He was training for next month's Ironman Augusta, and an alligator bit him in the Savannah River. Jonathan Bruni says he was swimming with a group Sunday morning when the attack happened. Jartavius Edmond reports.
This part of the Savannah River isn't something people just live beside. It's something people swim, train, and recreate in. Now, after one swimmer says an alligator bit him while training here, the question is what people need to know before they get back in. Bruni says he and his fellow athletes entered the water near SRP Park to practice the swim course for Ironman Augusta. He says the group wore neon swim buoys and he was setting the pace when the attack happened.
When I was swimming, I knew immediately it was a gator. It hit me hard in the right side and immediately pain in the arm. So my reaction, the first thing through my mind was, I've got to get this to release. So immediately just put my hand in the water next to the arm, felt the snout, just went right up that, and then my pinky and my thumb, I just squeezed the head, squeezed the eye.
The alligator was not located after the attack in North Augusta. Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
That is absolutely terrifying.
Absolutely.
I will never jump in that river.
No.
Because I'm sure there are more alligators in there, but my goodness, Avery, that's a disturbing start to the news day for sure. That and the heat have just got us all sad today.
I know, and definitely not the best time for it to be hot, knowing that there was just an alligator attack in a body of water that otherwise could cool us off. Satellite and radar is showing that we've got high pressure to the north of us. That's giving us a northeast wind here in the CS area, making it extremely dry outside. Dew points are sitting at 57 degrees here in Augusta, 54-degree dew point in Thompson at the moment, leaving our temperatures to rise to 97 at this hour. But guess what? It feels like 97 as well because our humidity is just that low. So a very nice treat for us. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over USC Sakahaji, you can see just how fast the wind is blowing because we have that cold front nearby, and that's bringing us this breeze of around 15 miles per hour for the rest of your Monday. You can expect it to remain on the hotter side. We are expecting increasing rain chances ahead, especially as we head into Thursday. I'll have the details on that and a future cast for you coming soon. Brad?
All right, Avery, thanks. Flags at Augusta City buildings flying at half-staff today. The mayor ordered that in honor of the late Charles Walker, the former Georgia state senator, died last week, 78 years old, Georgia's first black Senate Majority Leader. And happening now until 7 o'clock, a visitation at Mount Vernon Baptist Church, that's on Olive Road. Then, Senator Walker's Celebration of Life service tomorrow morning at Tabernacle Baptist Church, starting at 11. South Carolina Republicans set to choose their Senate nominee tomorrow. Augusta's mayor-elect is going to have his third community engagement event tonight, a chance for Stephen Kendrick to introduce his transition team and talk about his plans and goals for the city. This starts at 6 o'clock at the Julian Smith Casino, and then there will be one more event that's at Warren Road Center on Thursday. Augusta Commissioners getting ready once again to talk about millage rates. A special meeting is going to be held Wednesday to approve proposed rates for each taxing district and talk to the public about the 5-year history of taxable property values. If approved, commissioners will meet again next month to adopt the rates. Wednesday's meeting, 11 o'clock in the morning. Did you know today is EOA Day? That's the Equal Opportunity Association. They had a community event held today at the Depot in Thompson. There were workshops, information for veterans and energy assistance, home ownership support, and senior services.
And the biggest impact is that once they learn about it, we're able to assist them, especially with rental assistance right now, because that is always a need, especially with the elderly. In the last year or so, the elderly assistance have gone up as far as fixed incomes with the rental rates going up. So these types of events helps with getting the knowledge and the information out to the community.
The next one is going to be in Scriven County, September 22nd. Augusta's Aparo Academy hoping for community support, and they're getting some right now as they continue to serve students with special needs. Look at the United Way volunteers helping all sorts of nonprofits around town. We talked about this on Friday, and at Aparo, they're painting rooms and getting classrooms ready and helping with construction.
There are always needs that we need on our campus, things that need to be done that take away our revenue source that we need to use on other things like for the children. So anytime we could have an event like this and bring together volunteers from organizations here locally, it's a huge help to nonprofits.
The United Way says Project Serve is going to keep connecting volunteers with nonprofits and pushing to be the helping hands in our community. Well, the Aiken County Animal Shelter could sure use your help. They're at capacity. No available kennels to take in any more dogs. This month alone, they've taken in nearly 300 cats and dogs. To help find forever homes, they're waiving all dog adoption fees for the rest of the month.
Just really overwhelmed, and we are in crisis. So at this point, we are waiving the adoption fees. And this is just to remove a barrier to get people to understand that we are absolutely desperate to find homes for these animals. And if it was an adoption fee holding you back, don't worry about that. Just please come and save a life.
If you're interested in possibly adopting one of these dogs, you can call the Aiken County Animal Shelter at 803-642-1537. Tomorrow on Jenny, a huge and very popular festival in Aiken is right around the corner. Aiken's Macon celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. The festival is coming up September 11th and 12th, and with it a major economic impact. They'll have more than 250 vendors, food, all kinds of crafts, something for everybody. It's a juried art show, and it takes a lot of planning.
By the probably the middle of February, we have all the applications in, and they're not just ordinary applications where you fill out your name and address. They have to provide us with photographs of the finished product and the process that they go through to make them. It's fun, but they also make sure that we're not top heavy in one area or another, so they try to spread out the type of things that people have.
More details about the 2-day Aiken's Macon Festival, plus an oyster fest with vendors, live music, and beer, as an Augusta church opens its campus to promote community. That's all tomorrow at 12:30 on Jenny. As we go to break, a live look at the Daytona International Speedway, site of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race this week. Coming up, a preview of what you can expect.
Next 18.
I felt like the show should have never ended.
We're headed back to Hill.
An action-packed Saturday at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway with Ryan Blaney winning the Dollar Tree 301. Now racers head to Daytona for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. That'll put a bow on this regular season, the last race before the chase. Here's a preview.
Daytona looms large for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. That's where we travel next with plenty of chase implications and points battles on the line. Lots of stories to follow. Last time the series was on track, though, we were in Iowa and Carson Quantle got the job done, his second win in as many races, and survived a couple of overtime restarts to get it done.
Yeah, how about Carson Quantle able to go back-to-back? You mentioned held off his teammate Raja Caruth for victory lane. He has a ton of momentum heading into the chase.
Last time the series raced in the summer in Daytona, our man Parker Kligerman for Junior Motorsports getting the call up to sub for Connor Zillich. Did a pretty good job Parker. Yeah, the 88 to victory lane.
I don't think I could have done any better than this. Getting all the way to winning. It was a cool experience. Really awesome, and to get that call and to get into victory lane. A night I'll never forget. And it was super cool to do that 88 car. Once again, that 88 is going to be rolling in a position to have to probably go out there and fight for the win. They want to go be a part of the chase.
Daytona always special. The moments this place delivers, unlike anywhere else. That's a look at who's had the honor of pulling into victory lane here in recent races. Who does it next? We'll find out. The next race for the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
So it is all or nothing for drivers this weekend down in Daytona. The Super Speedway Racing is going to determine the final 16 drivers who are going to make the playoffs. Our live coverage of the O'Reilly Series race starts Friday at 7 p.m. on the CW6. Sports fans can't believe it's already here, are gearing up for college football. And before any big game comes the pregame. Avery's excited about it. And she knows that tailgating isn't just fun for the fans, it is big business. Many are banking on this new season to give their companies a boost. Airlines, hotels, and restaurants all want to cash in on tailgate tourism.
All across the SEC, because tailgate tourism is when the pregame parking lot becomes the destination. And so, everybody wants an experience. We don't just want to sightsee anymore. We want to be part of what's going on. So from the food, the local culture, it's built-in community, and it's all happening in the parking lot before the game even starts.
How about South Carolina State kicking off its season in Orangeburg against Savannah State? That is this Saturday, then Saturday week, September 5th. Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia Southern, and Clemson all hosting their first games of the season.
And don't forget about Mississippi State either. Anyways, we're completely clear on live Viper 6 radar, but we are expecting some increasing rain chances as we head later throughout the week. Those details coming right after this.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
I'm Austin Jackson. I've been helping accident victims in Augusta, Aiken, and the entire CSRA for over 10 years. And I'm ready to help you right now. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
News Channel 6 wants to treat you to lunch. Enter to win a meal for up to 10 people at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Who says there's no such thing as a free lunch? So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at WJBF.com/lunchbunch. Good morning, Augusta. Weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Well, it is feeling like 97 degrees here in Augusta. A little bit warmer than everywhere else across the CSRA, but nonetheless seeing those temperatures right around the mid-70s. Satellite and radar showing that we still have that stationary front nearby, and that's kicking up our breeze just a little bit. Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview came outside of Waynesboro showing very limited cloud cover. It's a beautiful day outside, 97, and it feels like it too, and that's all due to a lovely dew point sitting at 57 degrees. Winds coming in from the north-northwest at 14 miles per hour. One, not only bringing us a breeze, but also reinforcing the dry air that is in our atmosphere today. National Waffle Day is also today. Going to be a nice evening to be outdoors, 80 by 10 o'clock, and if you don't know what you want for dinner quite yet, maybe have breakfast for dinner as it is National Waffle Day. Overnight lows dropping down to 67 degrees, nice and mild. We're going to have really great overnight recovery when it comes to these temperatures, and that's all because of these lower dew points. Allows us to cool off quicker in the evenings, but we will start to see those dew points increase, especially as we head towards Thursday, and that's when our rain chances are going to be the highest. But nonetheless, tomorrow a 20% chance for rain with a high of 93 degrees. That'll be near average, and we do have this very small sliver of the CSRA under that marginal risk for a few strong thunderstorms. So here's a look at that on the futurecast. This is Tuesday, seeing those thunderstorms towards our southern county by the 7 o'clock hour, and then we clear out pretty quickly as we head into Wednesday morning. Wednesday by 2 o'clock, scattered showers in nature, and then we start to see that become a little bit more widespread, especially towards our western counties there. Then we clear up as we head into Thursday morning, at least trying to. A few isolated showers by the early morning. Then we start to see some widespread activity by 1 o'clock, and that just continues throughout the evening. This is by 4 p.m. and then all the way into 8 p.m. seeing another round, and then just continuing that with some light rain on the back half of it by 11 o'clock Thursday night. Now, there are two areas we're watching in the tropics. The first invest area has a 50% chance for development, but it's moving straight north. We're not worried about that one. Invest area number 2, tropical wave pushing off the coast of Africa, sitting at a 60% chance for development within the next week. But here is what our steering pattern looks like within the next week. We can start to see that broad area of low pressure come together, but we have high pressure around, and that's really going to act as a steering mechanism, pushing our potential future storm Dolly just straight up north, where we're not going to see any impacts here in this CSRA. So all good news on that front. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast. We're expecting isolated storms for your Tuesday, high of 93. We do cool down to 90 on Saturday.
And today, Avery, a reminder, grab your keys, your phone, and your children when you leave the car. Lionel Louise reports.
Summer errands could come with a hidden danger, that being hot cars. In just 10 minutes, a car's interior can heat up by 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's especially dangerous for kids. They overheat faster than adults and often can't get themselves out. On average, 37 children under age 15 die each year in the U.S. from heat stroke after being left in a vehicle. Pediatricians at healthychildren.org share some tips to help keep kids safe. They include checking the back seat, avoiding distracted driving, being extra alert when your routine changes, keeping kids away from your car and its keys, and leaving your cell phone, purse, or backpack in the back seat as a reminder to check back there when you arrive at your destination. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lionel Moise.
Coming up, competing for a new job, and the competition is fierce. The details next.
For 50 years.
More.
This Persian cat named Charlie from Long Beach is a finalist to become Purina's new chief snuggle officer. But the cuddly competition is stiff this year. Only one cat and one puppy will be chosen. Each will get a $25,000 salary, and $10,000 will go to an animal shelter in their cities. This is the second year of the contest, and that is going to be a tough choice for sure because they all look great, don't they? Well, that does it for us for this half hour. There's a lot more coverage you can count on coming up, including state grand jury indictments in South Carolina, where we have details of a major drug bust.
Find the best in distinct clothing.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
The Trump administration promised economic D-Day on Iran to end the war, and now they're making that announcement. What we know about the plan, I'm Olivia Rubin with those details coming up.
Plus, a major drug cartel busted. Details on the arrest made by the Attorney General's office in a narcotics pipeline state officials say ran from Mexico to South Carolina. And the new effort to find a solution to a years-long problem for truckers by unlocking space that's already there. We'll explain. Your news at 4:30 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4:30.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the Trump administration saying they are trying to end the war with Iran through economic. Time now for a first look at our weather with meteorologist Avery Gray. Avery.
Hey Dee, it is another beautiful day outside. Thankfully, we're not seeing much rainfall or any kind of storms out there. You can see that all of that's really sticking towards New Orleans as they're having some strong thunderstorms push through. Here on our side, though, we're experiencing some beautifully low dew points, sitting at a 54-degree dew point in Thompson, 55 in Lincoln, 57 in Augusta at the moment, so feeling great out there. Even though it's 97 degrees, these low dew points making it actually feel like it's 97 degrees out there, so not overly oppressive with humidity. We also have a really nice breeze. You can see that on our Terry Labor Hyundai Skyview cam over Augusta Regional Airport. We're seeing that northeasterly or northwesterly wind rather coming in at around 20 miles per hour. The rest of this evening going to remain on that hotter side, and then we start to cool off and see those rain showers and storms increase as we head into Thursday. I'll have the details in a future cast for you coming soon. Dee?
Thanks so much. We will see you in a few minutes. In less than 75 days, Americans will get to decide who can. Well, state and local law enforcement agencies across 5 states, including Georgia and South Carolina, are conducting sobriety road checks. Officers say the purpose of the drunk and drugged driving prevention campaign is to send a zero tolerance message. According to the laws in Georgia and South Carolina, you cannot operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.08 or higher.
For us, we don't want to have to go to knock on that door. We don't want these law enforcement officers behind me to have to go tell a family, hey, your loved one, your friend, your family, your coworker was killed in a crash.
Trying to save lives. If this message, if this event saves one life, then we've done our job. The goal is to save lives. No one should die while driving. And the goal is every day, if we save a life, that's one more person that'll be at the holiday table when everybody gets together, the family.
State troopers and local law enforcement across the 2 states will be enforcing DUI and traffic laws through the Labor Day holiday weekend. A shortage of parking spots for trucks is putting drivers at risk and costing billions of dollars a year. Xavier Walton has an exclusive look at truckers' turn to private property to find a safer alternative.
So this idea really is a game changer, and I know where I'm at, it doesn't look like much, but in the end, it could save a ton of money and also potentially save lives, because a simple space like this could make a whole world of difference.
Every day, these 70-foot rigs are on the move. Finding a place to stop safely at night is another story.
It's definitely needed bad. When I did move around a lot, I'd be in the cities, and as soon as I try to pull over for anything, there was a red flag.
Right now, there are more than 3.5 million truck drivers crossing state lines daily, but DOT says there are only roughly about 311,000 spots to legally pull over and get some rest. That's only one parking spot to every 11 drivers nationwide.
It's a really unfortunate problem that drivers have been in for the last really decades.
This massive parking problem has a price tag to match. Drivers waste more than $100 billion a year in fuel, time, and productivity searching for parking. But there's no shortage of open space. America's clearly got plenty of that, but it's reimagining how to use it. Enter Evan Shelley and the Truck Parking Club.
I was thinking, Airbnb, Uber, right? Just take these properties with extra space and then create more parking, unlock more truck parking.
It's an old-fashioned American idea with a modern twist.
Knowing in advance, just by getting on the app and typing in, hey, there's a truck parking spot here, that helps a lot.
And the DOT says just about every trucker knows the feeling. 7 out of 10 drivers are breaking laws just to find a safe space to pull over. And it's costing these hardworking families nearly $7,000 a year.
I'm happy that we can help solve a little bit of the parking problem, in I guess the whole U.S. because it's everywhere.
We're still have a long way to go. We ultimately will park millions and millions of drivers.
And the Truck Parking Club says they're trendsetters because already other similar businesses are doing the exact same thing. There's been an excess of some 40,000 or so truck parking spaces, all because people are actually utilizing the free open space, similar to this one we're at here. Nonetheless, it is going to be a game changer moving forward. In Henderson, Xavier Walton, News Nation.
And enjoy these next 2 days of this lower dew point as we're starting to see those dew points rise. with increasing rain chances as well. I'll have a futurecast for you in just a few.
It's time to go racing under the lights.
Just to make the chase will be an incredibly intense battle. This is why you race. The sense of urgency is high. Make the chase, run for a championship.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Coverage begins Friday at 7 on CW6.
Busby's Heating and Air Conditioning is feeding families one checkup at a time. Through our partnership with Golden Harvest Food Bank, we donate 25 meals for every system checkup we complete. Regular system checks help you avoid costly breakdowns. Busby's, your Carrier Factory authorized dealer. When quality matters, call Busby's. Family owned and trusted since 1945. Feeding families one checkup at a time, because Busby's cares.
At FX Spine and Pain Center.
Good Morning Augusta. Weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Tributes are pouring in after actress Shelley Fabares, a familiar face on television for decades, died over the weekend. Actress, she got her first big break as a child star on the Donald Reed Show. That led to 3 co-starring roles in movies with Elvis Presley. She later earned 2 Emmy nominations for her role on the long-running sitcom Coach. Fabares married MASH actor Mike Farrell in 1984 and was a devoted advocate for Alzheimer's awareness, a disease that affected her mother. She was 82 years old.
Here's tonight's ABC Primetime Preview from On the Red Carpet at 8/7 Central. It's Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro. The Final 4 team up with Dancing with the Stars pros Riley Arnold, Gleb Savchenko, Jan Rovnik, and Whitney Carson for 2 semifinal rounds competing for a place in the finale. 2-time Mirrorball champion Kim Johnson joins as guest host. Then at 9/8 Central on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you'll see Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel, plus Aquafina and Paul Feig in the hot seat. And at 10/9 Central on Celebrity Family Feud, it's Sheila E. versus In Vogue and Lisa versus Taylor Dane. That's followed by your late local news. Then Jelly Roll begins a week guest hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live with Glenn Powell and Jay Shetty.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason.
What can an extra $75 a month buy? A few dinners out or another online order. Fun today, but gone tomorrow. Instead, imagine investing that same $75 in beautiful new flooring you'll enjoy every single day. Right now at A&D Carpets and Hardwoods, payments start at around $75 a month with special financing. Why spend money on things that disappear when you can invest in something that adds style and value for years? A&D Carpets and Hardwoods. Come see us today.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
Great deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do. Wish I could go with them.
Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus $500 final days bonus cash.
Taxpayers paid Keisha Lance Bodorja as governor.
Gentlemen, is your health up to par? Join us at the Woodside Country Club on Thursday, September 24th for the Caring for Carolina Is Your Health Up to Par Men's Health event. Hear from Macon Regional Medical Professionals. Then enjoy a free round of golf right after at Woodside Country Club. Registration will be open until September 23rd. To register, visit WJBF.com/caringforcarolina or use the QR code on the screen.
The Greater Augusta FCA Coaches Appreciation Banquet is on Thursday, November 12th. This year, welcoming our guest speaker, 4-time NBA All-Star Mark Price. Seating is limited. Reserve your table today.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back, and here's a look at temperatures across the CSRA, sitting at 97 in Augusta, 90 in Saluda. Everyone across the CSRA seeing those temperatures right there in the mid-90s. Satellite and radar showing that we are completely clear across the CSRA. Stationary front bringing us a little bit of a breeze and high pressure to our north, leaving us completely clear on Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam outside of Television Park. Our temperature is sitting nice at 97 degrees, feeling like 97 as well. That's because of a 57-degree dew point. Winds coming in from the north-northwest at 14 miles per hour. And this evening is National Waffle Day, or I guess today rather. But if you're still thinking of something to cook for dinner this evening, maybe make a waffle if you have an at-home waffle machine, or take the chance to go to a Waffle House. We're expecting those temperatures to drop down to 79 degrees by 10 p.m. And overnight, we are going to have some great recovery temperatures sitting at 68 degrees, nice and mild for us. We can get that low, and it's been a while since we've gotten that low because of these low dew points. But dew points are going to increase throughout the weekend. That's going to leave us with a 20% chance for rain on Tuesday. Increasing dew points rises our rain chance to 60% come Thursday, but 20% chance for rain on Tuesday with highs of 95 degrees. And we do have that very small area of a marginal risk for severe weather. That's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. And when I say severe weather, we're just speaking on the lines of special weather statement, maybe a severe thunderstorm. So here's a look at our futurecast and what we're expecting. Few pop-up thunderstorms towards our southwestern counties on Tuesday. Then we clear up as we head into Wednesday morning. Wednesday, isolated showers and thunderstorms pop up by 2 o'clock, becoming more widespread throughout the evening, especially to that southwestern portion of the CSRA by 7 o'clock. Then we clear up as we head into Thursday morning. This is 6 a.m. Few spotty showers here and there, and then we start to see widespread rain enter into the CSRA by 1 p.m., and that lasts throughout the evening by 4 and even into 8 o'clock once again. Light rain continues throughout the overnight on Thursday. Now, we do have two areas to watch in the tropics. The first is an invest area of 50%, but I don't want you to be worried about that. Its direction is due north, so we're not worried about it hitting us here in the CSRA. Invest area number 2, 60%, is a tropical wave coming off of the western coast of Africa. So here's a look at what we can expect over the next couple of days. Steering pattern-wise, starting to see that low pressure develop, and then that's going to continue to get some organization to it. As it does so, we have this high pressure in place that acts as a steering pattern and a steering mechanism for the potential future storm Dolly. So thankfully not seeing that have any impacts to us here in the CSRA. Here is a look at your 10-day forecast. It's going to be a nice week ahead. We're inching closer and closer to September by the day, and thankfully our temperature is much more mild this week, really on the order of around 10 degrees cooler.
Oh, well, that's good. We like that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much. Coming up, a rare signed Picasso found is back in the hands of its rightful owner after being missing for years.
If an 18
A Picasso print stolen from a Milwaukee gallery 8 years ago has turned up. A landlord found the artwork while cleaning out a vacant apartment. The gallery owner says he immediately recognized the signed Torero print. His original sticker was still on the back. Police confirmed it was the missing piece, ending the mystery. The painting is said to be worth about $50,000. Well, good for him. It's a good find. Well, that does it for this half hour, but there's more coverage you can count on coming up next at 5, including election runoff day is tomorrow in South Carolina. We take a look at one candidate's final push for senator.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
For 50 years.